Welcome, everyone. This is Glenda Dawson, and you're watching messages that are channeled from light beings every single week. It could be Council of 9, could be Council of 8, could be Council of 12. They could be just a general council of light beings that are working to help us remember who we are and what we need to remember to continue humanity. Humanity is at a place where we need all the help we can get. Let's face it. So, with that being said, we do get coordinates to travel to different places. Some places are in this dimension, some places in this universe, some places are places that we don't remember we've ever been to. But wherever they send us, or you get sent, or you travel to, you have been there before. And you might not remember, but you have been there before. And that is why you're able to go and you're able to see things and or experience things. Now, if you've never traveled before, just set the intention that you're coming with us. And if a specific place is not a place that is for you, your higher self will take you to where you need to be. So you may see a little difference. Like, for example, I may see the moon, and you may see a moon, but it's not the moon, the Earth's moon. It's some other planets. It could be another dimension moon. It could be another universe moon, whatever, galaxy. It all depends on what you need to help you remember who you truly are, your real self, your true highest self. So normally what we do is, and I say we, myself and the other members that are here, is we close our eyes and we just try to relax, breathing nice and slow, nice and deep and slow, so we can bring ourselves to a nice, calm, peaceful place, almost like if you were meditating. So you can be fully open to all the possibilities, and you may even come out really nice and relaxed out of it, or you may even fall asleep through it. That is perfectly fine. That is what you needed at that moment in order to get the information, the downloads that you needed to take the next step in the remembrance journey. So if we can just all take nice deep breaths as we close our eyes, don't force them closed, let them close gently. Remember, this is all about intention, and this is all about being present, and this is all about relaxing enough so you allow the process to occur. And as everyone is breathing in and out nice and slow to relax, I'll open the floor to the other members that are here today. And if you have any coordinates, by all means, let's share.
I've got 2, 17, 3, 6, 4. 2, 17, 3, 6, 4. Halahafa.
Okay. So it appears we start off at a fork in the road. And no matter which way you go, whether to the left or to the right, that will be what you need today. That is what you are going to be experiencing today. You may be experiencing the same things we are, you may not, and it's okay. So for me, even though I'm being called to go to the left, I'm being pulled, literally pulled to the right. Somebody's got their hands in the back of my neck and just this way. So I guess I'm going right. And as I am, I wouldn't say walking, I would say more like floating and on that path, the environment changes. In one section or one step or whatever, I could see luscious greens all around. And then the next will be like a desert. And then the next would be in a different planet or out in space and so on, so on, so on. And I will continue walking as anybody else wants to share what their journey is so far until the final destination.
Apparently, I'm going left, not by my choice, but kind of like you, I was dragged into
Yeah,
the
it's like,
going.
okay, I don't want any more pain in my neck. Thank you.
Want to go right? Okay, to go left.
Yep.
I'm going right.
Yep, so that's good.
I'm in a long tunnel and there's light at the end, but I haven't got there yet.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, I guess that tunnel or going to the left is faster because now I'm at the tunnel.
Different tunnel.
Of course. Okay. All right, Leaf, if you get to that end and you want to share where you're at, please do so at any time. Jazz, whenever you are there or ready to share, go for it.
Well, for me, I'm straddling between the two. It's like my legs have grown extra long and I can crisscross them back and forth. But ultimately, I see a tree of life of sorts. And it's covered with fruit. It's covered with flowers. And we can pick the fruit, we can pick the flowers, or we can just observe its radiance and listen for its messages. Because the tree has roots to both paths.
Yes. I just arrived and, of course, I picked the fruit. And another fruit came right out. So a never-ending source of knowledge is how I see it. Since I picked an apple, which represents knowledge, represents knowing. And then, just to be smart, smarty pants, I picked the flowers just to see. And of course, another flower came right out and bloomed, like if it's always been there. Now, to me, smack in the trunk, there's a what's that symbol? It's a heart with a cross, an actual sword through it. And it's not a heart broken or anything. It's representative of um, the divine and the divine son, and representative of the all-knowing is what I'm getting. So the tree is full of knowledge from what I'm hearing, the beginning of time, since even before the beginning. And the glow that you see is the energy of purity that is giving out to those that are near it and sending out to the world, the universe, the galaxies, dimensions, because it's definitely a multidimensional being. The tree is full of life, so it's a being, it's a living being.
Oh, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Well, I have a very different picture here. I have like an industrial complex. It's daylight, but it has a dark like it's dark and overcast. It has that a dullness to it, to the image around. I'm just thinking of the contrast of what two different ways things could be or can be, and the contrast between it.
Mm-hmm. And now, do you get the sense that it also has knowledge?
Yes, yes. There's it's a different type of knowledge, but knowledge nonetheless.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I suspect there are ways to have this industrialization without the overcastness. There's that there's a light being way to achieve the same thing without uh, damaging the environment around it.
Okay.
Or people or humanity beings can choose to pursue that knowledge, but not be careful with the environment as they do so.
Okay.
It's about choices, I guess.
Mm-hmm. And jazz.
I've been listening to the harmonics that the tree is playing. There's great hope that's going out, and it's interesting because as beautiful as the tree is visually, it's sending out that same beauty through its roots to this industrialized city. And that may be some of what you're sensing.
Mhm.
It's almost as intriguing below the terrain as it is above the terrain.
Mhm.
And I think it reinforces the message that there are many paths. If you want to look at it as each of the roots is a unique path,
Mhm.
and it's all connected to the trunk of the tree. Some of it feeds its interior, some of it feeds the exterior, some of it becomes fruit, some of it are glorious flowers.
Mhm.
And in the industrial part of it, inside some of the buildings are some of the most amazing indoor gardens.
Mhm.
And libraries where you go in and, excuse me, you pull out a book. And it's not that you even have to, quote unquote, read the book, you just absorb it. You absorb the message, you
Mhm.
absorb the content into your soul. And the people that I see walking about, they maintain the libraries, they maintain the gardens, and they are very much at peace.
Mhm. And I'm just enjoying the energy, the vibrations. Um, and if you just surrender to it, you just feel like a blanket of warmth and calmness, um, just surrounding you and covering you, holding you in safety.
It's interesting, out beyond that initial industrial complex are what we might call on Earth ghettos or substandard living situations or whatnot. And the industrial part that's in front of it is constantly setting its roots out into this devastated area and planting the seeds that will allow what they've experienced to become part of these areas that have not reached or obtained that same frequency.
Mm.
If you come to the tree, no matter whenever you listen to this, you will be given a gift. And that gift can be used tactilely, but it's a gift for your soul. So it will always remain with you, but it is there for your use or for your meditation. absorption, integration into your life.
Mhm.
Oh, I just had a little insight. They're mining vibranium, you know, in the Black Panther in Wakanda, they mine vibranium, and the vibranium allows them to have all these marvelous technological things. Well, there and whatever the substance is that they're mining is roughly equivalent to what vibranium did for the people of Wakanda.
Okay. Okay.
Just like we mine gold and other minerals in the earth, in the darkness of the earth, that it's a similar kind of thing to extract from the depths of whatever planet we're on. You won't necessarily have bright lights and artwork, you know, at least on the exterior.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oof.
And I'm the shoots are going out. You said, you know, there were steps almost, if you will, on the right side of the path. And the roots are going out to the desert scape.
Mm-hmm.
And many would see the desert as dull and drab and without life. But it is very much painting the picture as a painted desert, with rich, vibrant, earth-related tones,
Mm-hmm.
very majestic, like the red rocks out in Utah and Arizona, New Mexico. There's a depth in the colors that you have to be present to see. You can take a picture of it and it won't look the same. Um, and it's encouraging us that there's a temptation for us to compare journeys, to compare what we're doing or that whatever, and it's not going to be the same. You're not going to be seen the same. You're not going to be heard the same, or sensed the same. You have to be there. You have to allow your journey to unfold, and whatever path it takes, there is a deep richness to behold.
Mm-hmm. Those, for me, those rich colors are so calming and re-energizing. Um, Grounding at the same time.
There's kind of a majesty about it that you don't get sometimes when everything's green and vibrant with flowers and this, that. You can be just so overwhelmed with that kind of beauty
Mhm.
that you don't always see deeply.
Right.
And in the desert, it allows you to see deeply.
Mm-hmm. It's also kind of funny. I'm seeing representation of a cactus, what would be a cactus on Earth, flowering cactus, and all of a sudden I hear, "Don't forget about me." As it, beautiful, beautiful flowers are blooming, all different colors. But all I kept hearing is, "Don't forget about me." Uh, I guess that the tree is sending out that energy to everything and everywhere. Again, like you stated, Jazz, all paths lead to one place, one way or another. I do have a message from someone that just appeared over suddenly in front of this tree. Long, whitish hair, very long, whitish hair, very deep, deep, deep blue eyes. Not exactly royal blue, but in that kind of shade of very dark, powerful blue eyes. An outfit that is long, but it's considered a more like a royalty or a higher up type of a outfit. A little bit on the grayish side, the outfit. And well, let me just let them come through. I think it'd be easier for me to translate this. Many of you right now are feeling overwhelmed. And we understand this. We are trying to facilitate calmness, serenity, understanding, and empathy in your planet. Not just on the outside of the planet, inside where Gaia is, so she can understand that what is happening at this very moment and the reason many are feeling overwhelmed is also causing her a very disturbing energy. It's causing her to kind of fast forward and get very turbulent and also react. As you many have seen, there are many volcanoes erupting. There's many fires just appearing. There's many floods and tsunamis that are happening. The earth, Mother Gaia, basically, is reacting to all this energy of the overwhelming pressure humans have at this very moment. I would recommend that everyone just close their eyes at any given point in your day and just take a few deep breaths just to allow your body to be back to center. And this way you don't have to go through the overwhelming stress, the overwhelming energy, but you learn how to create something from the negative, chaotic feelings that you may have at this moment. Just allow the breathing to bring you back to center. And the second you close your eyes with the intentions of realigning yourself, we will be there, helping through the process, helping you be who you're meant to be. And I will step back now and give Glenda herself back.
As you spoke, everything got so much brighter in my field of vision. And I saw this being morph into a griffin, very large griffin with golden wings. It was really interesting.
Mm-hmm. And he does speak a very, for intense purposes, I'm saying speak. The way he communicates with me telepathically was very different. I've really haven't spoken to a being communicating that way. But it was definitely interesting.
He's a guardian.
Mm. That makes sense. They have their own language. And mirroring that everyone should pick a flower or a fruit, whatever it is they would like to take with them. And it is time to move. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and the coordinates are 37, 17, 13, 3, and 2. Okay, so I am in, I would say like a spaceship, but that type of environment. And as I all of a sudden am on sitting down somewhere, a chair or a smaller seat, not a full couch or anything, but I see Teddy Grahams just dancing around. Okay.
For me, I arrived at a space where there's a lazy river formation in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
And the river flows out of a series of mountains in the background. Within the mountains are dragon lairs.
Mm-hmm.
The dragons are showing us one of their homes. not their only home, but one of their homes
Mhm.
that they have had and continue to keep. For anyone who thinks that they are gone, they are not.
Mhm.
They continue to survive. And it's interesting that the mountains are of earth, the river of water, surrounded by air, and within the mountains is also fire,
Mhm.
bringing home all within the spirit.
Mhm. And of course, one of my dragons now appear, and they will want to give me a ride, and they're showing me around. And it's very interesting because to my dragon, this is one of the original homes that they've had, and well hidden, unless you are allowing the knowledge of the dragons to integrate with you.
On the surface, as you see the scene unfold in front of you, you would never necessarily know that there were dragon lairs inside the mountains by
Mhm.
any external cues.
Correct.
And I'm getting very different images. I'm aware of the spaceship that we traveled on to get to this new destination, and it's a living entity. I mean, it's alive.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and on the outside, it's mostly black, and where the portholes would be for windows are eyes, but they also act as windows for the inhabitants to when you're flying inside the spaceship, when you look out a window, you're looking out one of the eyes of the spaceship. Um, and it's just it's a little disconcerting to be inside another living being, which would make us having a somewhat symbiotic relationship. Even though we can come and go, we don't have to stay there. But if you're for space travel, you're inside your spaceship for very lengthy periods of time.
Mm-hmm. And yet everything seems to be in perfect harmony.
Hmm.
The dragons are having a festival recounting their story, and so they dance. Looks kind of interesting to see dragons dance, but that's what they're doing. Great majesty and joy.
Mm-hmm. And at least you don't still have Teddy Grahams flying around you. I'm hanging out with my grandkids too much.
Mm.
Anyway, It's all about having fun. I understand that. And again, like the message said, they're sending us energy so we can get clarity. We could feel peaceful and feel in harmony instead of that frustration, that angst, that negative energy that is going around right now throughout the whole world. Almost like they're saying everything will work in its proper time, divine ways.
Interesting. I at the beginning of this session, I had a great deal of upper eyebrow on my left side of my head, pain and discomfort that just wasn't going away. And once we entered the dragon's realm, that pain went away.
Mm. They were calling you. Mm. The colors in the horizon, it's just so majestic still. Even though we're in a different place, it just seems like the horizon is being copied in some way, painted in from the original.
I think it's a representation of what it would be without the distractions, distortions that humans have created.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Hmm.
I'm being shown within the layers, there's a nest of eggs. And it is truly beautiful to see.
Mm.
That as ancient as dragons are in any kind of verbal or recorded history as far as humans go, they're an ancient race.
Mm-hmm.
And yet they continue. They
Mm-hmm.
continue and will continue. And they've witnessed so many ups and downs in the humans world that it's like for every scale they have on their bodies, it's like one major trauma after another that we've gone through. They've witnessed so much, and yet their hearts are filled with love and joy, fierce protection of their young.
Mm-hmm.
And they're such a passionate creature.
Mm-hmm. And what I'm hearing is adaptability and focusing at a bigger picture instead of the minutia, focusing on the greatest good, which will help you to navigate anything that you may be experiencing at any given moment, like angst or depression or despair. That is their survival mode. By learning how to make themselves disappear, learning how to only show themselves to those that have good intentions. They've learned how to read out the energy. They've learned how to navigate the world in general in order to continue and survive and thrive.
Yep, you added what I thought needed to be said.
Hmm. Mm-hmm. Anything on your end, Leaf?
Well, the tail end of the spaceship is sort of like tendrils. So it reminds me of a squid. You know how they have their tendrils coming off the back end, and 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 on the spaceship there are sensors or pores, roughly equivalent to pores on the skin. Some taking in nutrition directly from the universe,
Mm-hmm.
chi, if you will. I don't know how else to whatever's in chi they take in.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and but they can also expel uh waste to be recycled, and enriched and enlivened. So it's
Mm-hmm.
like they take fuel in, if you will, and they may give off waste products, but those waste products are transformed and become fuel. So there's an unending, there's always a give and a take.
Mm-hmm.
There's always a give.
Mm-hmm. Very good. Well, I'm back on the so-called ship, which now feels a little more strange. Still comfortable, still inviting, and all that, just a little different.
Knowing that you're inside a living being is a little strange, yes.
Yeah, yeah. That's why sometimes knowledge is good, but the human mind sometimes a little too much.
Has a hard
But,
wrapping
yep,
around.
hard time processing it. Okay. Well, anyone else have anything to share?
You know, I'm getting the sense it's time to roll.
Yep.
Jetson out of there.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So I'll take us down.
Sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
I I just had this image of everybody doing somersaults going down a hallway. That's us rolling out of there.
Make like a tumbleweed and roll on out of here.
There you go. So back to center, to our zero, and each one of us has a different zero. But let's go 5 and 4, Take a nice deep breath, nice and slow. Allow your lungs to completely fill with pure oxygen. And when you release, you see toxins just coming out and being transformed and transmuted by the beautiful environment. Take another deep breath. 3, 2, and just think of peace, empathy, love. Just think of those beautiful words and what they mean. 1 and 0. Allow your body to accept your true essence. And you can sit there in this moment, just allowing everything to integrate. Or you can open your eyes, it is up to you. We just want to say thank you for being here. And as always, please like, share, and subscribe, and allow others to also experience this on their own. So the more you share, the better it is for everyone else. We raise the vibration of our earth by sharing positive experiences. With that being said, I'd like to thank the members that were here today. I'd like to thank everyone that is here, either watching this as a streaming or watching it later on. And as always, namaste, and we love you. Stay well. Bye.